Alexis Bellino regrets Real Housewives of Orange County comeback, calls herself broken, and promises receipts after reunion fallout. Welcome back to Right Now Trending TV News. Before we get started, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for more videos in the future. All right, let's get started. Oh, the drama never stops, does it? My God. Real Housewives of Orange County Season 18 has officially entered the chat, and Alexis Bellino, she's not holding back. From alleged missing receipts to lawsuits, villain edits, and heartbreak, Alexis is serving up all the tea on what went down this season. But with all this chaos, you gotta wonder, is Alexis the victim here, or is there more to the story? So let's break all of this down. So Alexis versus the reunion, where are the receipts? First off, Alexis dropped a bombshell on Instagram after the season 18 reunion aired. And while she's not mincing words, "I'm broken by this season," she wrote. "I have been beaten down so badly, so wrongly, and so many truths left out, so much left on the cutting room floor." And then the kicker, Alexis claimed she brought receipts to the reunion, like actual proof to back up her side of the story, especially regarding the lawsuit between her fiancé John Jansen and Shannon Beador. And according to Alexis, none of it made it to the air. Now here's the thing. Housewives and receipts go together like wine and charcuterie, right? If there were solid evidence that could have shifted the narrative, why didn't Bravo show it? Was it a shady edit job, or was the drama just better without the truth? Do you think production has a responsibility to air both sides, or is it all about crafting the juiciest storyline? The $75,000 lawsuit in Shannon's discount. Now, let's talk about that lawsuit. Early in the season, John sued Shannon, accusing her of not repaying the $75,000 loan, in which he claims were for her facelift, right? Shannon, on the other hand, insisted it was a gift. The whole thing was messy, but ultimately they settled, with Shannon agreeing to pay $60,000. But Alexis wasn't done. In her Instagram post, she called out Shannon for allegedly getting a discount in the settlement. "John gave you a discount," Alexis wrote, before diving into some serious math. According to Alexis, John spent $50,000 in the first year of their relationship, followed by $380,000 over 3 years, plus the infamous $75,000 in loans. Wait a second. Let's pause here. Does anyone else feel like the numbers aren't adding up? How do you even spend $380,000 in 3 years on someone? Are we talking vacations, gifts, or something else? And if Shannon did rack up that kind of tab, why wouldn't she just pay the $75,000 to avoid all this drama? There's more to this story, and I'm dying to know the details. A villain edit or a necessary comeback? Here's where things get even messier. Alexis claims she never would have returned to Real Housewives of Orange County if she'd known she was getting the villain edit. According to her, the season was edited to make her and John look like the bad guys, all for the sake of ratings. "I live in love, not anger or hate or villainous," Alexis explained. "I truly lay awake every night wondering why it was portrayed this way. But let's be real, this is Real Housewives. Everyone gets the villain edit at some point. The question is, did Alexis bring this on herself, or was she truly blindsided? It's hard to say. On one hand, returning to reality TV after a long hiatus is bound to be risky. On the other hand, if the receipts were as ironclad as Alexis claims, why wouldn't Bravo lean into her side of the story? The emotional toll. What really tugs at the heartstrings here is Alexis opening up about her personal struggles. She revealed that just 3 months before filming, she lost her mom. Returning to the show, she said, was a way to pull herself out of bed and fight through her grief. But instead of finding healing, Alexis said the experience left her feeling beaten down. It's hard not to feel for her in this moment. Losing a parent is devastating enough without adding reality TV drama into the mix. Should Bravo have handled Alexis' storyline with more sensitivity? Or is this just the nature of the beast when it comes to housewives? Lady Gaga and resilience. In true Alexis fashion, she found a way to turn all the chaos into a message of resilience. She posted a video of Lady Gaga accepting her Oscar in 2019, with Gaga talking about how hard she works for so long. Alexis captioned it, and I will continue to stand up again. Jesus is on the throne. That's hashtag Jesus is on the throne. Say what you want about Alexis, but you've got to give her respect for staying grounded in her faith and refusing to let the drama completely break her. Do you think she'll ever get a redemption arc on Real Housewives of Orange County? Or is this the end of her Bravo journey? A blogger's final take. Here's my 2 cents. Alexis clearly feels like she's been wronged, and maybe she has in her eyes. But reality TV isn't known for giving anyone a fair shake. She should know this by now. It's about the narrative, the drama, and the ratings. And unfortunately for Alexis, that sometimes means being the scapegoat. Still, I can't help but wonder if there's a lesson here for future housewives. If you're going to bring receipts, don't just hand them over to Bravo. Put them on social media where fans can see them firsthand. Looking at you, Alexis. Drop those receipts already. So what do you think? Is Alexis a victim of bad editing, or is there more to the story? Was the lawsuit worth all this mess, or should Shannon have just written a check and called it a day? And most importantly, should Alexis return for another season, or is it time for her to bow out for good? I think Alexis should bow out for good. I think she just made a big fool of herself. It's almost like she doesn't have her own identity. She identified so much with John Jansen. I just thought they could have just put his head on her, because she just took up for this man to the full length of loyalty. She disparaged Shannon. She didn't believe anything Shannon said and just took John's word for everything. She didn't question any of his antics, and that is the first mistake. And I guarantee you, probably in a year or two, she'll be crying the same tears that Shannon's crying, because a leopard doesn't change his stripes. John Jansen, or Jensen, whatever his name is a flawed human being. I think he is a narcissist, but he met his match with Shannon because she just didn't let him run over her. She is an emotional case. And, I think that became too much for him. And the idea that the public is behind Shannon is just too much for John. It just bruised his ego so much, and it seems like it bruised hers just as much. She had nothing to do with this, but she involved herself every step of the way, which I think is the biggest mistake you can do when you are getting into a new relationship. She should have just let that relationship ride itself out and stayed quiet. And she would have fared a lot better and probably would have been back with open arms from the public and Bravo. But she chose to ride or die for her man. And this is what you get. So I don't know. I really don't want her to come back. I thought she was just horrendous. I just think this is just too big for her. And she tried to assimilate into this cast and make her voice heard on behalf of her man. And it just didn't bode well. So toodles. Bye-bye. So everybody, what are your thoughts about this video? Jot your opinions down below in the comments. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for more videos. Until next time, ciao.